Luigi is one of the most beloved characters in gaming, and depending on who you ask, you might actually prefer this lanky green Italian man raised in the Bronx more than the red plumber himself. From Mario Party to Mario Kart, it's undeniable how fun Mario games are, so spin-offs are a given when you have fun characters like this bunch. I never got to play Luigi's Mansion, so getting a chance to play this live was a blast as I got to experience Luigi's first solo adventure. And it was freaky. I mean seriously, look at this guy. What that tongue do, gang? After a few stream sessions, I have recently beaten the game, so now I can talk to you guys about how Luigi's Mansion is secretly freaky. Immediately booting up the game, you get a glimpse of how immaculate this game is. Yeah, now that's a certified hood classic if I've ever seen one. The story itself, I would say, is pretty simple. Luigi is walking in the woods at night as he is searching for a new mansion that he won to himself. That is right, he won a literal mansion. Bro, was this Mr. Beast is doing? Because there is no way in this day and age anyone is giving that out like candy. Clearly, it's a trap. But Luigi presses forward to view the mansion, where a key is floating and conveniently placed on the floor for him. Yeah, okay buddy, my homies did this to me once and I can safely say that I was in for a bad time. Same can be said with Luigi because this all resulted in bro getting caught lacking by the ops. I don't know about you, but Pac-Man better lawyer up because ain't no way these ghosts looking orange and are trying to pretend like they're the goat Claude. Like that's devious work, and I won't let that slide. Personally, Luigi can get scared as much as he wants, but if that was me, I'd pull up and run the ISO on these frauds because ain't no way this is happening. Fortunately, Luigi is saved by a random person sucking the life out of the ghost. But even this guy's a fraud because he gets one-tapped by Timu Claude. And this situation ends up getting worse because Timu Claude brought the rest of the ops. And here's where we learn more about what's going on in Luigi's new mansion. The person who rescued Luigi is named Professor Gadd, and it turns out this mansion appeared out of nowhere and is revealed by Gadd that Mario came to this mansion before Luigi and got caught lacking by the ops. Now I said at the beginning of this video that this game is low-key freaky, so I can only imagine the type of backshots Mario received by them ghosts. And with this revelation being told to Luigi, he makes it his mission to go back into that mansion, clap the ops, and save his brother. However, since these are ghosts, Luigi just can't stomp on them like Goombas, which by the way, Goomba you. So he uses the vacuum Gadd uses, the Poltergust 3000, to help fight against these ghosts. And by performing the suck no jutsu technique, Luigi can now go and explore these mansions fully and clap all these ghosts' cheeks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. No Diddy, I have limits and I'm not gonna deal with this.
Oh yeah.
Alright, now we're good. We will get through some parts of this game where this game shows why it's freaky, but let me tell you about the first two mini-bosses, cause I'm over here smoking that old man pack because once I go into the next room, I see this 10 out of 10 baddie. Ghost or not, I'm shooting my shot because look how fine this sophisticated woman is. Like, I show me types of down bad. Unfortunately, the baddie doesn't want me like that, so I gotta clap back because I'm not taking L's in this game at all. You get to the final room of the first chapter where you run the ones with a child and put little bro in his place. Once that's done, Gadd tells you to come back and shows you what happens when you complete each chapter in the game, and that's basically putting these ghosts on t-shirts. And in this case, they're paintings. I'm genuinely sick because not only are we going to the mansion and scrapping with these ghosts, but we're basically putting them up as decorations. Like this guy Gadd right here, he's genuinely a menace, and I can't believe the government is just letting him roam freely. Yeah, I'm good at being a ghost, because I ain't trying to be in a goofy predicament like that. Regardless of what happens to these ghosts, Luigi proceeds forward into the mansion and continues to take on all these ghosts in his crib. Which, I will say, the animation for Luigi pulling up is low-key clean. Big props for Luigi, because the more I play this game, the more I realize how freaky these ghosts were. Seriously, when exploring certain areas, you'll have some ghosts that will do a jump scare, and they just start laughing after. I don't know about you guys, but I think these ghosts get a little too excited when scaring Luigi. What's worse is that these ghosts themselves are the tamer ghosts of the game. There are some that are lunatics, because they'll just come out of nowhere and throw bombs. Like, gang, how do ghosts have explosives on them? But the worst type of ghost to deal with when exploring the mansion appeared when I started exploring the bathrooms early on in in the game. Tell me why I'm here in the bathroom and two ghost individuals that reside in the city known as Paris decide to jump me, and no ordinary jumping at that. What makes these ghost freaks is that they'll just come and grab onto you. Now I don't know about you guys, but I immediately got Dandadan vibes, because ain't no way you expect me to explore an area and then have these guys pull up, and I'm pretty sure this is exactly what they said when they saw Luigi.
I'll let you suckle my teats, boy, if you let me gobble your dong.
After avoiding the shower's prison reenactment, dealing with the clan members, cooking a dude and his gal, we come across a room where we find a button to press. Doing so releases the iconic ghost that everyone recognized in the Mario series, except they're on demon time if you ask me. These Quandale Dingless individuals began telling Luigi that they're gonna do what they did to Mario, but worse. This right here is enough to tell me that they gave Mario the most diabolical backshots known to man, and that itself got me sick. This is way above my pay grade. From here, this is where we get a new addition to the game, because you are now required to capture all 50 Boos. It sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. You see, these guys are light work. Even the frauds you gotta deal with late in the game. The only issue I have is that if you fail to capture them right away, they'll fly out of the room themselves. Which, if you don't have the mansion fully unlocked, good luck, because you aren't seeing them for a long time. I will also say, releasing the Boos was actually a pretty cool segment, as you can't actually see the button itself, as instead, you are required to actually look at the mirror to know where the button's located. And what I enjoy mainly about Luigi's Mansion is how the game makes you explore, but going a step further in exploration actually rewards you. There's a flower you can find in the later part of the game where if you keep watering it in each chapter, you'll get rewarded for it. The other aspect is the secrets you find. You see, I'm not the exploration type when it comes to video games, so when it came down to the last Boo, I couldn't find him, because it turns out there's a room closed off in the mansion, though the only way to access it is through a mouse hole. I don't know if there's different ways to enter it, but simply using the Game Boy works. Speaking of which, the only way that you'll know where to go in this game is the use of the Game Boy, as that's your map for the game. It also serves as a camera to help discover secrets, listen to ghosts that you need to capture, and get Luigi's input on certain objects that he captures. Personally, I like to point it at the mirror and get that gram pic, because ain't no way I'm hunting these ghosts without getting a good caption. They call me Huggies because I'ma shit on them when I pull up. After releasing the Boos, I explore some more to only find Mario's hat in the washroom, which leads Luigi to find a room where there resides a ghost named Madame Clairvoyant, a fortune teller, who helps Luigi by finding 5 of Mario's belongings, because these ghosts gave Mario immaculate backshots that he has lost his star, his gloves, his hat that we found, his shoes, and a letter. Now eventually, I do find all 5 items, the annoying item being the star itself. You see, it's located in the observatory, and after doing some trippy discovery, we gotta suck up a ghost star and create a clip on the actual moon, which is the annoying part because I couldn't aim right for the life of me. And so with that said, I eventually got my Face Clan clip, and I got all 5 items and proceeded to backshot Madame Clairvoyant, as she served no purpose after you collect all 5 items. And the rest of the game is pretty much the same, as you are required to explore the entire mansion and capture all the Boos and portrait ghosts that haunts the mansion. Which I won't lie, all these portrait ghosts were pretty cool, as they all have unique personalities, though some stood out more than the rest. I have no real order for these ghosts, but I'll start off with Biff, because his fight was unique in the sense that in order to get him stunned, you have to actually punch the punching bags to get him knocked out. This serves as a fun way to get back at this fraud for talking mad shit, and to show how strong my boy Luigi is. Like seriously, I think he's got that dog in him to win against Jake Paul if he really tried.
Oh yeah.
I genuinely found this ghost battle unique and fun, as in order to summon Melody, you have to actually play all the instruments in the music room. Doing so plays the Mario theme, where she'll be summoned to compliment you. And I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of a baddie as well. However, she quizzes us on music, where getting it all correct results in Shoddy tweaking out. I find her music games fun because I'm no Mario expert, but seeing that I got the music quiz correct shows that at least I know some of my stuff about Mario. I just like that this guy is chill. What makes his boss fight unique is that you gotta grab his balls and shoot them back at him, so aiming was a bit of a guess. So Face Clan better accept me after this video or else I'm crashing out live. Yeah, let your boy get freaky with some baddie ghost Gucci mamas flapping flotsam, what's that? Genuinely, these guys are the definition of ops. When you encounter them, they don't hesitate on pulling out the machine and start spraying. Their entire goal is to make sure Luigi is put on a t-shirt, and I gotta respect that. Not only that, but defeating them is cool as well because in order to capture them, you have to remove their key that's on their back, which really shows how creative Nintendo went when creating Luigi's Mansion. These were my favorite ghosts in the game, but each one has a unique feature that makes their boss fights memorable, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoyed this game thoroughly. Except Vincent. He's such an art snob, so I gotta put him in his place.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga!
After clapping a variety of portrait ghosts, hunting a few boos down, you eventually get to the roof of the mansion where you see a bunch of boos circle Luigi and form a ritual to become a whole gigantic boo. Talk about being frauds if you ask me. I've played enough games where if I see the enemy gotta go huge to fight me, then you know they're gonna end up on fraud watch. I further proved my point in this boss battle because these bums just hop around and try to hit Luigi, but being an Italian man based from the Bronx, all Luigi gotta do is break their ankles like it's NBA 2K and start sucking them with maximum delicacy. So once again, these guys are frauds, but the positive is that there are a majority of the boos that you're required to collect, so you practically get half the work done in one boss fight. Does it sound lazy? Maybe, but I'm not gonna complain about that. I call that free eats. Either way, after exploring some more and finding a well that lets you see Mario captured in a painting, you finally get to the final area where if you capture all the boos, you are granted access to the final room where you see King Boo have a freaky odd conversation to himself about Mario being in a painting. Like bro's literally doing tricks and everything when talking about Mario stuck in the painting. And that's not even the worst part. Bro confronts Luigi and shows everyone that mutant of a tongue. Like, you got me all messed up because like, what that tongue do? This is where the final boss happens in Luigi's Mansion, where Luigi is transported with King Boo, where this bum chooses to possess Bowser and run the ISO with my boy Luigi. Now, I would say that this is some grand finale, but King Boo here decides to be freaky, because bro just chucks his balls at Luigi. So all you gotta do is just grab his balls and throw them back at his face. And in between each toss, King Boo leaves Bowser, so that's when you gotta start sucking King Boo viciously before he goes back inside of Bowser. Maybe Luigi's Mansion is actually freakier than most people think. After tossing King Boo his balls at his face a few more times, we finally defeat him, resulting in saving Mario. But to break him free from his painting, Gadd has to reverse the painting process to have Gain come back to his physical form, which was hilarious to see because all you see is Mario getting stretched and folded up like one of those stretchy toys. Game ends off with Luigi crying and laughing that he saved Mario, and after a bit of credit watching, we get to see what mansion you, the player, gets. What the fuck? Seeing what the gameplay gimmick was for Luigi's Mansion was pretty awesome to see. You simply gotta stun the ghost with your flashlight and suck him up with your machine. Occasionally, you'll be required to use certain elements to progress against certain enemies and areas. It's fairly simple since you just got fire, ice, and water, with all functioning as their intended purpose. And if you couldn't tell by now, I like to go over and exaggerate minor moments from a game and make it the focus of the video. Like through and through, there isn't any real freaky moments in Luigi's Mansion, but they are there and I tend to remember those moments the most when I start to think thoroughly about this game for this video. I mean seriously, if the ghosts in this game weren't freaky enough, then you gotta look at King Boo again because he was on some Diddy type freak if you ask me. But aside from my delusional take, from gameplay to story, Luigi's Mansion was genuinely fun, and it for sure remains as a classic that many should try to experience once. There's even a 3DS version if you would like to try that. There are some minor changes in the 3DS version, the biggest one being that you can actually do multiplayer in the first one with another buddy in the 3DS. With that being said, Luigi's Mansion clearly did well because the game ended up getting 2 sequels afterwards. I can't wait to tackle the following sequels to see what more they've added or changed. But how do you feel about Luigi's Mansion? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'm curious to hear how you guys feel about the entire game itself. And if you made it this far, crew, then congrats, you're at the end of the video. So thanks for watching, guys. And now that I'm officially done with talking about Luigi's freaky adventures, it's time I slow things down as I'll be tackling another video game series next time.
Huh?
Whoa, 47, you're not supposed to be here until the next video. What are you doing here?
I need to use the bathroom.
Alright, crew. Well, looks like I gotta help him find the bathroom. So until then, guys, I'll see you next time when I talk about Hitman. So have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys on the next one.